pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome once again to HJN Season 5. So we're back at it again with more subjects. And in particular, what I have in mind is detoxification, a unique process for number 2706. Detoxification is the process of clearing, cleansing, and of course, getting rid of whatever sorts of toxins may be inside your body. Most people have thought about the term toxic being a bit of a strong word about 25 years ago. But nowadays, everybody treats toxins like it's a regular thing, mostly because it is. It's a common everyday occurrence that tends to build up either from daily stress at work, anxiety, or other mental health problems, the foods we eat, the lifestyles we exercise, the environments we live in, the housing that's situated, the conditions as a whole, and etc. There's a lot of factors that go into how toxins build up in our bodies and occasionally breaks us down from the inside out. But either way you look at it, whether these toxins are carcinogenic, in which many people are more concerned about than ever, considering how much more carcinogenic substances have been discovered. For instance, did you know that apparently sugary foods are now actual food to carcinogens and cancer cells themselves? Yeah, my grandmother actually told me about it. And I'll provide you a link to this in the description box below to an exact article that she had shown me about this process. But I have also heard about processed meats being another big carcinogen. Bacon, ham, smoked meats of any sorts, deli meats of any sorts. You pretty much get the idea. Anything that has been put through a processor or put through some kind of system meant to treat it in different ways often allows for certain things to go wrong. Sodium nitrite and nitrates, of course, are one of the big examples of ever-growing cancer cells coming directly from the foods we eat. And that kind of additive is an especially big cause to cancer development. There is, of course, the usage of radiation, which was also seen as a rather big carcinogen. And this, of course, is still true even to this day. Microwaves, EMFs, like the ones that come out of our phones. I could probably go on forever about that sort of subject. But really, carcinogenic substances or processes that allow for cancer to build up in our systems over time until it eventually progresses to a certain point in which that it cannot be treated or cured. It's not the only thing, believe it or not, that can ruin us. Our lives, our health, our being entirely. There is also the many things that have stemmed around from the impacts of mental, physical, and emotional health because of a big thing that is somehow still around today: social media. Yeah, even I had once said, follow me on social media, especially in my video intro and outro segments, which were mainly inspired by Sonic 06. Kinda ironic that I claimed it was one of the worst games ever made, yet I took a quote from that same game and turned it into my entire channel's video's intro segments, known as A Pleasure to Meet All at Last. Yeah, I feel like anybody who's seen Sonic 06 might know what I'm talking about, or what I'm referring to whenever I do that very same thing. There was a video I made years ago in which I had talked about how it came to be and why it came to be, but it doesn't really matter though. The thing is, since I quit social media, I knew it was a big problem. And that's not only the reason why I quit from it, it's also why my outro is different. And through most videos that I've been making as of today, some videos will still retain the old outro, mainly GWK related content, or even some videos that I had pre-recorded years ago in anticipation for future projects that I have down the road. But everybody knows by now, social media is another big destructor. I've quit pretty much every single platform out there: Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Vine, Facebook, etc. And some will think of YouTube as social media as well. But let me tell you, Okay, so here's the thing though. Detoxification is the process of getting rid of these problems in our everyday lives through various exercises and techniques. Often one of the biggest growing trends that people have seen as a means to combat or even destroy such negative energy is the practices of yoga and chakras. If you're probably not familiar about that, well, it's a unique spirituality exercise that has been around for thousands of years and was at the time first made popular by India. And it has traveled around the world since then. In the United States, there's been lots of people that I have seen and gotten together with over the years, especially as of the last 5 years or so, in which that together we try to go stronger, even as times sometimes become a little dark. And while today, times that get dark, it only happens very rarely. And while there's some people out there that might either be considered saboteurs or flat out controversial, we can't do anything about that. This is something that they decided to do. They decided to either stick around on some of the worst things humanity ever invented because they have egotistical lifestyles or they're narcissistic, or there's something else wrong with them. Regardless, detoxification is a process in which that is more about you. If you want to try and get others to join in, that's more or less up to you. But you can't really expect some people to just follow you up just because you tell them to, or convince them that they're going down a very wrong path. For long periods of time even, I mean, it's the internet. The world already knows who they are. And even if they do change or back out of certain things, there's no chance that people are going to believe their story or whatnot. That's a big problem, as we know. Either way, that's why it's important to detox from every certain thing that we can ever possibly see. I have changed up my diet dramatically. For the most part, it was because I once suffered from thyroid problems. And how I got rid of it was actually through a unique process of detoxification made popular in India known as Ayurveda, which of course was done by India over the years, but as I said before, many practices and cultural techniques in India that were known to work wonders for your body and mind have shifted to other parts of the world and have since been made popular elsewhere. In the United States, lots of people have taken up these sort of things. The same exact things that the ancient Indians used to do, and while today it's still commonly practiced, I myself have my own share of the take, my own contributions. A lot of times I don't really associate them with my channel, and that's mostly because not too many people are interested in these sort of things. But taboo or not, we consider them as plentiful and helpful in our daily lives because they work wonders for us. Yoga, meditation, techniques of all sorts, stretching, having a unique balanced diet, incorporating different products into your diet, of course, and of course having ourselves a unique lifestyle to work with. I, of course, have a pretty unique organized system that I've been doing every single day, with the addition of showering at least 3 times a week, brushing, flossing, rinsing at least 3 times a day, because oral hygiene is significantly more appropriate and important compared to bodily hygiene. But the point is that detoxification doesn't just happen from the inside, the outside can also have a lot to do with it. And above all that, I'd say I'm in a pretty good spot as of today. I've had a lot of things to work with throughout this year, even in spite of some not so great moments. But an improvement over 2024, at least. I mean, I didn't die from thyroiditis this time. And more or less, it's probably not even a thing anymore. I cleared it out, thankfully. With Ayurveda, I could probably get rid of a lot of things. Anyways, though, I've had a lot to say about detoxification. Lots of stories to tell and lots of things of mine that I've had to share. So this hopefully does allow for people to understand me better as a person and, of course, as a creator with intentions in mind. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side for more content.